A local woman hitting the road to fight ALS. She and her husband, they came up with a plan to raise money and awareness after he was diagnosed with the disease. Our Levan Reid is here in studio with more on this story. Good morning, Levan.
Good morning, Courtney. And sometimes life just kicks you in the pants, and it's up to you to find a way to respond. For Doug and Dolly McIlvaine, they got hit with some horrible news a couple of years ago. And after the initial shock, they decided to roll with it. And it's what they're doing right now that people are talking about. For Doug and Dolly McIlvaine, a doctor's diagnosis on February 11, 2019 is a day that changed Doug's life and one they will never forget.
He said, totally unprepared for any of this, he said, "I can't tell you you don't have ALS." It just felt like all of the air was sucked out of the room.
I didn't think it was the correct diagnosis, but after a while you have to face the facts. When 4 neurologists say you have ALS.
Initially, the doctors gave Doug 2 to 5 years to live, but he's been one of the lucky ones. The progression has been slow. So recently his friend came up with an idea.
My college roommate, fraternity brother, said, let's raise some money and awareness for ALS. Let's ride 1,000 miles.
From Oxford, Ohio to Boxford, Massachusetts, 1,000 miles to raise money and awareness. Doug will be the chief supporter.
And she's on board, he's on board, another fraternity brother's on board, and our friend that we know through the ALS community, Steve Lopez, is on board.
Doug and Dolly are making the most of this time to do whatever they can do to fight this disease and still have fun.
There's lots of little details that we're thinking about along the way, and a big celebration on the 30th when we arrive.
We want to cure this thing. We don't want to just, help people live with it. We got to find a cure for this thing.
Now, when this started, Doug and Dolly set out to raise $50,000 for ALS awareness, and right now they are close to that goal. $45,000 raised is what they have. The ride starts on June 14th, and as they mentioned, they want to cross that finish line on the 30th. And Courtney, Doug and Dolly live in Topsfield, and how that community has come together for this ride has been incredible. We're talking food, comfort for the ride, recovery treatments. The town of Topsfield has wrapped their arms around Doug and Dolly, and that's something you just love to see.
And that's exactly what you need.
Right.
When you're in this kind of space. But can we also just say really quick, thanks to our digital producer, Christina, because she's the one who brought us this story, and what they're doing is amazing, and we hope that they raise 50,000 and more.
Exactly. Let's say Christina, she brought the story up, I want to say in April, and I held it right before the race, and then she said over the weekend, she was like, I was going to tell other people about it. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's my story. I want to tell their story. Stop that, Christina. Stop trying to step in my business.
And you told their story so well. Levan, thank you.
Thank you.